So good morning, friends. So wonderful to connect, a lot of my friends here, and thanks for the opportunity given by EdTech Review. My topic for today's session is IT reskilling in India. So I'll be talking more on what is the trends going on across India and globally, and what areas we have to concentrate on getting a better jobs. So looking at the previous speakers, what they're talking, we have robots also competing with human beings. So it is going to be a very tough to get a better jobs. So here I would like to just share one of the latest report which is published by one of the leading organization called IDC and Microsoft on exactly about talking about India's big leap into the digital era. So what they say is today India, we are at 2.2 trillion economy, and we are going to touch by 2020 the 4 trillion economy. So when we are talking about the 4 trillion economy India by 2020, what are the areas is going to create more number of job opportunities? So that is what I'm going to touch upon in the next 10 to 12 minutes. So as per this IDC report, what IDC report says is there is a demand for a certain areas of the skills which required large number of people, and that areas are mainly the data analytics and artificial intelligence, cloud computing, digital marketing, cyber security, and these are the areas where the number of job opportunities are going to get created in coming years. And when you talk about the number of job opportunities in specific to each area, we have like data science, we require closely 20,000 people in the next 2 years. And when it comes to the AI, we require around 8,000 qualified people into this area. And when you talk about the cloud computing, we require closely around 15,000 people for the next 2 years. And when you talk about the cyber security, we require a large number of people. The reason is today we have a largest number of internet users in the country. Not only that, when you talk about the number of mobile users, what we have is we are the largest in the world. We already touched closely 1 billion mobile connections in this country, and it is going with a very fast pace. So we require a huge number of professionals who can work on these kind of skills. So when you talk about what exactly this is what is the opportunity what we have. When we talk about the reality what happening in India, we have closely around 950 universities and 40,000 colleges with more than 38 million graduate students coming out of colleges every year. So it is a great challenge looking at job opportunities, especially country like us with a 1.3 billion population. And when you look at a lot of reports which are publishing every day in the last couple of weeks, is mainly talking about the lowest percentage of employability what we have today in India. Most of the reports, they talk about the less jobs, and the growth rate is coming down in a different verticals, different industries. So then how to address these challenges is a challenge for every organization, every institution, every university, what we have today. So when you talk about this large number of universities and colleges, mainly when you look at what exactly happening in these universities and colleges, because most of these colleges, when I'm talking about 40,000 colleges, these all mainly affiliated to different universities, and they offer the graduate, undergraduate programs into the engineering, management, and commerce and arts and science. So in these areas, what is typically happening is, if you look back last 10, 15 years, not much drastic changes in the syllabus what we have. The same syllabus, except I was talking in recently in one of the conference in Hyderabad, even Sudhakar was there, we both were there. So when we are talking about some of the university professionals like Usmania University, one of the leading university, and there is a JNTU University Vice Chancellor, and also we are talking about some of the government officials from the Telangana government, who is a principal secretary and all. Except the cover change in books, not much changes are happened in the last 10 years in any syllabus if you take. Even when we keep looking at the textbooks what our students are reading, in fact, still when Sudhakar and myself, we were students in MBA, the same Philip Kotler, and today also the same Philip Kotler, nothing much drastic changes are happened. So in this situation, what exactly one can do and one can focus, that's how our journey started. I will just take you 4 or 5 minutes about what exactly we do as an organization. After working for closely around 12, 13 years in one of the leading multinational company called Novartis, I moved and set up into education sector, and I thought this is the area I should concentrate and see that I can able to do and contribute something in this pressing area. So we are a 10-year plus old company. This Vision Digital India is just started 3 years back, and what we do exactly is we collaborated with some of the leading industries to talk about one of the leading industry, which is more than 105-year-old and the first IT company of the world with a more than 440 billion market capitalization, IBM. The next is the Amazon Web Services, and there is other company, exciting company called Accelerator. So what exactly we do is we also have a company which mainly focusing on the primary education, that is Linchpin Life Academy. My colleague is there here, Mr. Sridhar, who heads that company. So what exactly we are doing, combining all these thing is, what is lacking in the education today when we talk about is the connect between the industry and academia. So every conference we talk about this industry and academia. So what we done is, we done looking at a lot of surveys, meeting with a lot of industry leaders and identifying people who are giving a real placement in colleges and universities. So after meeting them and knowing them, what is exactly their requirements and what exactly they want. So we developed kind of courses which are mainly into the relevant area where there is a great employability opportunities there. So one is when we are talking about the employability, and most of my previous speakers were talking about what is required, the academic excellence, technology, soft skills, and personality. These are the factors which definitely make students employable. So when you talk about the areas where we can able to concentrate, so these are the areas we are looking. One is from basics to doing analytics and data science, and also the digital marketing, which is required by most of the companies, IoT, AI, the cyber security. Then also touching on the other soft skill portion, we also concentrate on that and cover that. So in this, I just want to just give a small story. How many people are familiar with bamboo tree here? So what is the greatness of bamboo tree?
It is below surface for 5 years, and then after that it shoots up exponentially.
Exactly. So most of you people touched that. So the bamboo tree speciality is when you put these initial stages, it takes minimum 5 years to come the first kind of a branch kind of a thing. The reason is this tree, bamboo tree, this example actually we learned, my colleagues were there. So one of the international speaker we were interacting with just a couple of days back. So he given this example. So what he was telling is the bamboo tree uniqueness is it grows so taller, so it prepares itself to become a taller. The same way, what is happening in India especially, uh, we don't concentrate much on the primary education. So that is more important actually. The reason why I'm quoting this example is here I see a lot of people who are involved in primary education. So the primary education is the most important to develop the skills for the students. Once my colleagues who are in primary education, if you can able to contribute and make the students like a bamboo tree who can develop their skills and their attitude and personality, then it becomes a very easy task for the people like us who are into the higher education sector. So we can make any number of buildings, and this tree can be any size taller. So the similar way we are working on even the school education. So we go to the schools and develop a kind of a soft skill and personality development areas. So we have a team of people who are counseling experts who are into the personality development, and also people who got a experience in few psychiatrists who are working in NIMANS. So they are assisting us to do a kind of a personal counseling to the students who can able to guide properly how they can visualize their dream and plan their future. So when it comes to the core areas, what we are concentrating is these are the areas where presently we are concentrating, and we are adding a few more programs and collaborating with a lot of colleges and universities. Presently in the last 24 months, we are able to train across India closely around 18,000 students with collaborating with some of the best companies of the world. And these 18,000 students are typically from 75 universities and colleges across India. And the other advantage of what we do is the pricing of these programs are very reasonable, where anybody can able to afford, because we look at class A and class B as well as class C cities as well as institutions also. So we reach everywhere and able to give these programs at very reasonable cost. That is the reason people are ready to take these programs, and we provide a lot of effective training and kind of a blended learning model, where the faculty go to the institutions where we collaborated and give a first hand of face-to-face training. Then we combined with the online tutoring, where the effective online content we created. So these both we added in all the programs. And more than this, what we are presently doing is, with the help of the collaborative partners, we are able to bring a lot of companies to the campus to help students. So this is a brief story what exactly we are doing. So I think most of the institutions are now working on this area, because India is going to be the youngest nation. It's already a youngest nation. We have more than 60% of our population is the young population. So if we are unable to provide these kind of necessary skills which are required for the jobs, then we will have a more successful nation than the disaster in the coming years. So every organization should be able to concentrate on these things. So if anything is there, so you can connect with us. This is my contact details. And thanks for the opportunity. Thank you very much.